To talk more about this ongoing conflict and to help give us some perspective on the various aspects of military operations, we do want to bring in retired Lieutenant General Richard Newton. He is also NewsNation's senior national security analyst. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Good evening, Natasha. Good to be with you.
And we know that hundreds of thousands of Gazans are trying to flee south. Egypt has been facing pressure to open its border to allow refugees to get out. Secretary of State Blinken today did sound very optimistic that that border will open. Do you believe this will happen, and how important is it that it does?
Well, it is. It's a very complicated and chaotic situation right now, as Israel has warned up to 1.1 million Gazans, Palestinians, to flee the northern part of Gaza, and certainly that urban center of Gaza City. There's really no place for those Gazans and Palestinians to go, because the three major areas, exit points out of the Gaza Strip, are closed. The one that I think would be very helpful would be to the south, Rafah Gate. That's where Egypt, up on the Sinai Peninsula. I'm sure Secretary Blinken, as we saw with the president of Egypt, was having that discussion. But the concern that Egypt would have would be they don't really have any control of who's coming into their border either. And they're just as concerned about Hamas getting into Egypt, perhaps going through the Rafah Gate. But that would be one solution where you could have an exit point for these hundreds of thousands of Palestinians and these citizens really who have nothing, they're not associated with Hamas. They're just trying to get out of the way. And Israel would like to do that. But one last point on this is Hamas has no desire, frankly, to get them, out of the way, because they really provide practically human shields, if you will, against the Israeli Defense Force as they begin their ground maneuvers into Gaza. So they're not necessarily supportive of that. In fact, they would probably forestall them from trying to leave especially the northern part of the Gaza Strip.
And as we're hearing intel that Hamas was likely planning this surprise attack for years, what is your read on that piece of information as we get it? And do you get the sense at all? We saw a headline come out this weekend that Israel is walking into a trap, that this was so well orchestrated that hostages were taken and potentially taken underground to make it so difficult for Israel to put on this ground offensive and infiltrate the tunnel system. I would love to get your read and your thoughts on all of this.
Well, Hamas really took over the Gaza Strip back in 2007, so they've had years and years to really control that area. It's now their backyard. It's their territory, if you will. And certainly they know every corner inside the Gaza Strip and so forth. But the attack that they made on the 7th of October, they've attacked before. They've maybe gone after a village or a small congregation of Israelis, but they actually went after 22 villages. I have a little bit different take on this. I think that Hamas maybe didn't realize the impact they were going to have on actually attacking Israel and going after the 20 or 22 villages and so forth, and such the degree and the extent of the suffering and, frankly, the reaction, not only in Israel, but, the West and so forth. But nonetheless, you're right. They know where, they know every corner, every inch along the Gaza Strip. They know those tunnels. They control those tunnels. They're booby trapped. They're controlled. They can be, the hostages can be moved around, through the tunnels or above ground and so forth, and then serving as shields themselves. But it's going to be a very difficult invasion for Israel. But nonetheless, I believe they're on the right track here. They don't have any other choice but to do so. And it's all based on the intelligence that they've got against both Hamas as well as where they think those hostages may be at this very moment.
And so far, the U.S.'s support of Israel has been primarily verbal and financial. I want to ask, especially if this war widens and even Iran becomes more explicitly involved, do you feel it is a possibility that the U.S. would send American troops over to support Israel?
Well, actually, we've got one carrier strike group, the USS Gerald Ford. We've got another steaming towards there with the Eisenhower, as you reported. The Eisenhower strike group, by the way, was originally intended to head to Europe, and now it's going to be steaming and parked there near the coast of Israel and just off of Lebanon as well. We also have the Bataan Amphibious Readiness Group with 2,400 Special Operations Marines en route as well. So the United States is showing some resolve here and showing deploying its capabilities. So that is very important. I think it will deter action, certainly with Hezbollah to the north for the time being. I think it will also deter Iran. I don't anticipate Iran getting directly involved. My only scenario where I would have Iran and Israel in conflict is if Israel decided to attack Iran.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.